From Connecticut's newsroom, now Fox Connecticut Morning News.
8 o'clock. Thanks so much for joining us here on Fox Connecticut this Thursday morning. I'm Erica Arias. Well, today in Connecticut, the Board of Regents for Higher Education is expected to vote on the controversial tuition hikes that have been proposed by state universities. And students plan to protest once again right outside. Fox Connecticut's Mike Magnoli is live at ECSU this morning in Willimantic with much more on today's big vote. Mike?
Good morning, Erica. Well, students have been trying to fight this tooth and nail, and we've been covering this issue since the discussions of raising tuition first began. Last week, a major hurdle was cleared when the Finance Committee approved of those tuition increases, and now today, the final step, the full board will go in to vote. Now, here's how this breaks down for the 100,000 college students in the Connecticut State University system. For those who live in dorms on campus, they're looking at about $800 more a year. For commuters, about $400 more a year. Out-of-state students going to take a big hit when these tuition increases are approved, about $1,200 more a year, and this also affects community colleges. Those students going to be paying a couple hundred more bucks a year. Now, the college officials that we've been talking to as we covered this story telling us they really have no choice. They feel like they're between a rock and a hard place because of the state budget cuts that have been happening. And even if these tuition increases are approved by the board today, we're hearing from college officials that there are going to be faculty positions that aren't filled. So you've got a tough situation all the way around. And as this vote happens, there are going to be student protesters out here on campus at Eastern. Joining me now here live is one of the protesters. This is Laura Popolo. Laura, I want you to just tell me and the folks at home where you go to school and what your situation is.
I go to Southern Connecticut State. I'm sort of a senior. I should be graduating next December. And I'm very upset about the tuition hikes. I work 4 jobs to try to pay for school, and it's going to be kind of difficult.
Sort of a senior, I understand. So we're winding down. We're sort of towards the end of our college career. What's your major?
Political science with a minor in women's studies.
How much more are you going to be paying this last year if these tuition increases are approved today by the board?
Well, as a commuter, I would be paying about $450 more, plus language lab fees. But there's also, for in-state students, they'll be paying, that are residents, they'll be paying about $800 more.
So this is a tough pill to swallow. What have you and your friends and colleagues been trying to do to stop this from happening?
Well, last week, Southern, along with the SGA from Southern, did a huge letter writing campaign on campus to different state representatives. So we've had tons of letters sent out. We did our rally last Wednesday, which was really successful. It was very organic, speaker box-esque, letting people know that they're upset about the tuition hikes.
You were talking to me before about a big push that the state is making, the slogan that they have, and you really nailed it when we were talking before. I want you to tell the folks at home what you were telling me earlier.
Well, I know Connecticut is focusing on this Live Here, Learn Here plan that they are doing, and I think it's really important to support the Connecticut State students. A lot of the students that are going through the CSU schools are going to live in Connecticut. They're going to benefit the community. They're the teachers, the nurses, the social workers, the speech pathologists that are going back into the community. So I think it's really important to support them.
Laura, you're very well spoken. I'm running out of time here, but I want to put one last question to you. For the viewer at home who might think, well, this isn't as bad as it could have been because initially they were talking about tuition increases even bigger than what they're going to be faced with today when they go into vote. What would you say to that person that basically it could have been worse?
Well, after speaking with a lot of the students, I really got a feel for that it is going to be a struggle. A lot of the students I know at Southern and the other CSU schools are first time in their family going to college, or single parents, or there's kids at home and they're pursuing realized how much this tuition hike is going to affect us.
Laura, very well spoken. Good to talk to you. Good luck. Hope you guys come out okay on the other end of this.
Thanks.
We're live in Willimantic this morning. I'm Mike Magnoli, Fox Connecticut.
All right, thanks, Mike. Well, we are going to get to our other top stories in just a moment, but first, we're checking the roads with Rachel Lutzker, and we were all crossing our fingers. I didn't jinx it. No, I didn't.
You.
Don't blame me. No, I don't want.
We've got a few things going on.